button that I didn't know about. But I'm only 1 minute late, so it's fine. I'm trying to sort out crowd control stuff. It should now work with the full version, so I should be able to just give everyone coins and create absolute madness. But I will start with the normal settings so we have that as a reference. But why can I now not start a session? Okay, it's not connecting to the game now. That's let's just stick this on. I have a very cool Okay, just restart the game when it works. Good to know for the future. Not gonna be the first time that explodes. Okay, now it's connected. I can start a session. I can show the game. I can copy the thing. And there should now be a link that works, hopefully. So I'm thinking we'll just start and see what happens. And also, greetings fellow internet people, if there's anyone here. Where's my seed? So since the vote was on building a big joker, I'm thinking we just start with the smallest joker of them all. The wee joker, and we try to build him up. But we're running with crowd control, so it's kind of up to you guys if you want to watch him grow and be a cool boy, or just incinerate the entire stream and see where that goes. So we'll see if that works. It should work. It should also now be... Okay, I didn't actually see a confirmation that I can do anything with coins, but it should be possible. But if it doesn't work, I have another setting where everything costs 1 coin, so that should be doable. I think we actually don't want to buy anything here. Yeah, things are slightly less on fire. There's gonna be problems initially. But the stream is working, that's a good start. Crowd control should also work. I don't actually know if it works, because I haven't seen any effects yet. And it is on default settings. I can see that some people got free coins, that's a start. So you need to just let me know if you run out of coins, because I have settings for it, but I don't know how it works. So I haven't actually been able to press anything to give more coins. So I can't do that while I have a session live, but when I don't have a session I couldn't do anything either, so... I think I'm just gonna buy this because it's gonna be useful. But I also need to save cash here so we can do the cool things in the next, aren't they? Can we just get a bit with flushes? Is that good enough? I still have to get somewhere in the game, so you have something to nuke as well. Like the whole point. So the settings are now on whatever the default is, so if that is a horrendously boring setting, we will have to fix that. But first I'm gonna pick up 2 legendaries before you ruin everything I'm trying to do. And I have $8 we can buy. Might as well buy one thing to dupe with this guy, like why not? Something happened. Too small for me to see on the overlay, as well as I don't even know what happened. That's perfect. But it's working. That's the most important part. Do I just play a flush anyway? I guess I can do. As far as I know, there are no cooldowns on this stuff. It's just cash related, so you should be able to go nuts. I also have notes. Right, there's, as always, too many things going on. So the smart thing here, I think, is to run... What is it called? A save state thing, so we can roll back if everything explodes. Let's sell these, they're not really... Hope we get a cash thing. No. Nothing really useful. But we have a cool legendary anyway, we should be fine. So what happens when you queue things up? Like, how does it work? Do you just select the thing and it happens? Or is there a cooldown? I have actually paid for the full version, so I should be able to give you coins. But when I go to the coin settings, it's just telling me I can't do anything when I have a session live. And I did turn it off. Like, I can't click any of those buttons. I have refresh claims. I should be able to give claims to all viewers. So if all you got was 50, I should at least be able to reset that. Because I'm hoping we can... Like, I don't want to force anyone to pay when we don't really know how this works. I guess we should throw away these guys and try to get some more face cards. But like, we should have unlimited access to crowd control. That's kind of the whole point. Because how else are we gonna nuke the game? I mean, I feel like I need some kind of other joker in here as well. Or do we just manage the deck? That's more important, right? Not drawing any of the cards that actually help. Might as well make a rock, like whatever. Make another rock as well. And play 3 jacks and 2 rocks. Which is just enough chips. Anyway. So we'll see. I might have to just stop and Google how this works. If it doesn't work. But hopefully it will just work. I don't think I need them to be a different temperance. That's perfect. Finally something useful. See how long that lasts. These we can sell. They're actually worth more cash. I just don't know what hands I will be using, if any. Get this in as well, just for safety. So far I've seen like 2 effects triggered, so I don't know if it's just like you've already reached your cap on cash or however that worked. But meanwhile I'm trying to just survive until Ante 4. We should have the Wii Joker, and we have all the other crazy things in this seed, so... The thing I've forgotten already is that he's triggered by 2s. I don't have any 2s going, and the 2s will do absolutely nothing with this big old legendary boy. So we will have to actually play 2 decks at the same time. As many 2s as possible. And then just a couple of kings per score at the end. Unless we actually just get double banana. Why? Unless we just get enough things. Nothing here really helps. Because if we're stacking that guy fast, we should be able to get enough ships to maybe just live off ships alone for a while. Not the whole game, that's going to be absolutely impossible. One tiny joker carrying whatever else we have. Nothing of value so far. At least I haven't ruined the game yet. Make more face cards is more good. Might as well pop one of these before it explodes on its own as well. It's bound to happen. Perfect. Actual useful cards. Fantastic. The seed is one of these crazy... The one what has all the legendaries. I can paste it in chat as well, just so you know. So it should be easy enough to play, but I'm not gonna play to the actual Triboulet or whatever I called him, because I'm trying to do the Wii Joker is his name. The tiny 1 pixel wide boy. For which we need other cards than what I have. He's fueled by 2s if I remember correctly. We should find him in the next ante anyway. More people, cool. Welcome. I don't know if you can see further up in the chat, but we're trying crowd control. It should be possible that we have him instantly. Perfect. For me to give you coins, so you start with 50, which is not that much, but then we can just spawn more, hopefully. I don't think it's worked very well so far. I would like a cool 2 with the red seal preferably, or something actually useful. Need to play 2s, don't have anywhere near enough 2s. Oh yeah, I released the videos. I know what's going on sometimes. But if the crowd control thing works, the plan is... Oh, I need the 2s actually, never mind. The plan is to just start on now whatever the default is. Oh, this works with him as well, that's cool. We start with the default just to see what that's like, and if that's horrendously boring and slow, I have a setting saved where everything costs 1 coin. Yeah, it should be possible for me to just give you coins for free. I just don't know. I don't want anyone to pay, like we're testing this. I have the full version, so I should be able to do coins. I just don't know how. And that's going to be a problem, apparently. We have a 2, we might as well make some more 2s. That is what we need after all. A steel boy for the future. Yeah, I think you're correct that it's designed around actual, like, paying for it, but with the free version, the thing with the full version, what I get is the ability to control the coin settings. The problem is, I don't know if I can actually show you this, maybe. Like, what we have is this. I can't do this with an active session. I have a button for free coins. It didn't work when I tried it. I can't do anything here, but I should be able to give you back claims, so you can claim the 50 again. I should be able to up the claim to like 7 million or what, like it should be unlimited. But it seems like this will have to be done outside a session. But if just the base thing works for you guys, then we can at least figure it out from there. Throw away some rocks. Do I now actually need to keep the queens as well, or can we live on only the 2s? We cannot live on the 2s, they are awful. Not surprised, but we should be able to just live off a couple of queens, like that's fine. Something happened on the side. I've made the... I have an overlay on the streaming software, but it's tiny, so I can't actually see what you spawn. Castle, that's another one we could do. That's also more interesting, because many of these build a big joker thing just comes down to the burglar and playing like 8 million hands. But if we need to discard things, we have a completely different setup that I have no idea how it would work. Should keep that because I need more of those. Don't have a show mine or anything yet. But that at least confirms, like, I've seen 2 or 3 effects triggered, so it definitely works. Yeah, I think I saw something slide in on the left. Face cards are always nice. Oh yeah, I can see on the... I don't have that open though. There's too many things going on. The eternal problem. One more too, let's make the... But then we just need to figure out the coins, because I wanted to start with just whatever the default setting is, so we have that as like a baseline. We know what that's like. And then I want to go full anarchy mode and just make everything cost 1 coin and give you like 10,000 each or whatever and just watch the game explode. That's the plan. I'm just hoping that does not have to be like an entire session of just tech problems, because that's less fun. Do I need anything? I need more 2s, so we should check the packs probably. A cool jack. But no 2s. It's a very specific build, this guy. He's already 96 chips though, so like it's not a bad... I can see that being useful. 2 pair maybe with them. This guy. But then I'm also assuming that you can only do things while I'm in a hand. Or can you also explore the shop, because that would be even more interesting. We cannot 2. Play these guys. So what is he triggering now? 1. The 6 triggers on a terrible hand in the beginning when we don't have a manipulated deck. That's not bad. Someone nuked the king. Everything got seals. Okay, now things are happening. Nice. It is working. That's an insane buff. How much did you pay for that? Actually, we play the 3 queens instead and we get a full house with this guy. Watch the scores go into the skies. I completely did this on my own. I did this. No one else made this happen. 69 million. Nice. Yeah, there's a delay problem as well, because I'm running this through OBS, but that needs to then connect to YouTube. So I have no delay on my end, but there is still a delay connecting to YouTube by the looks of things. So that was all the coins. That's a very benevolent god donating his entire bank account. Alright, people are actually helping. That's like, I'm surprised. That's not what I expected, but I have had pretty nice comments so far, so... Look at these seals, like... I think we still need to throw things away though, because I have to find all the 2s. And make more 2s, infinite 2s. I also need a hack, which I think I have already missed. But whatever, we're doing science, we can find him next time. But are you now already out of coins? Because then that's still gonna be more important to fix. So cola, always nice for the future. This guy, if we're doing the castle, is actually going to be useful. I've literally never used discard jokers. Do I need more face... I will need face cards for score, probably. So it's always just in the balance. Yeah, it is working, so then I should just go fix the coins, I guess, because that's the whole point. One big spunk of coins and that's it. Do one of these first. So if I then just disconnect this session, I should be able to fix this now then. So whatever the live thing is, end the session. Go to coin settings. Do one whole Google. How do I give my viewers more coins? Yeah, that's the correct move. I would miss. Anything subtle you do, I will completely miss. Free coin settings. Yes, but where are the free coin settings? Or rather, how do I use them? Enable free coins for all users. Okay, I have something happening. Okay, let's see if this works. Start a session, get the link. Yeah, I did do something. I clicked it many times. Hopefully you have coins. I don't know. I still only have 50 coins. Why can't I give myself coins? That's terrible. Alright, there's an activity log here as well, right? There is like specifically a reclaim. Why doesn't that work? So free claims for all viewers, refresh claims, all viewers, max amount 10,000, refresh time, no refresh time, no account restrictions, 250 coins, but I still don't know where those 250 coins went. Am I going to actually have to watch a video on how to do this? I might have to let's just give me a second here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the like the video told me you can do things with coins. Very helpful guide. Just end the session. No, nothing should work. Also, the only other refresh time I can have is 30 minutes. But you're onto something that might mean that it never refreshes. That's correct. Well, I have a trick up my sleeve otherwise, because I can also save presets with the costs of things. So I have a setting where everything costs 1 coin. So if I can give you 250 coins every 30 minutes, if that's the limit, you can still slam in 250 effects, 500 an hour. Well, it depends on how hard you're going on the config, because let's just see if this works. We can. I wanted to save this for later because I'm expecting it's just going to go downhill from there, but that's also kind of the goal of this stream. Might as well have a steel boy here as well. Okay, what am I doing in the game? Don't really care so much about the game. That is dumb though, like. But then I'm guessing it is half an hour cooldown, because that's the only thing I've now changed. But then I might as well also change to the 1 cost to see if that works. End session. Customize pricing, import. Yes. More people, cool, welcome. Okay, now I have changed everything to cost 1 coin. Then I need to start this again. So this is the other thing I can do. Now Balatro is not good. There's always something. 1 second. Okay, now it's alive. We start the session again. I don't know if you can still use the same link. If so... Oh yeah, the session time is also 29 minutes 50 seconds, so if that half an hour goes from the start of the session, it should refresh in like 10 seconds. I'm not expecting that to work. Someone claimed 250 coins, so that works. I just don't know how to make it work for everyone or whatever the cooldown is, but we have things happening. Don't need these things. Cool. It works for one guy. Hopefully it works for everyone else as well. But the good thing is that if we figure this out, we know for the future. Yeah. Okay, so I can still create my own chaos no matter what the dudes running the thing actually wants me to do. It's cool. Just throw this as well. So we're building a boy, and then whatever happens with the crowd control happens. So the problem is the delay as well. Right, well then we know at least. Still a shame that it's that slow, but... But if there's also a delay, it's still going to be hard to time things. And I don't know if I can set that up so I can stream directly on YouTube and skip my recording program, for example. And if that would fix the delay. Because I don't know what's causing the delay. It's specifically set to not have a delay. Yeah, there is a delay. Just a shame if it's that bad. I can play extremely slow, that's another... There are options, it's just we have to work around it. Like science up how to do crowd control when crowd control refuses to work. Although now I guess we can blame YouTube. Probably. Where do I find... I need blueprints and stuff as well. Like I'm not really paying attention to the game as is expected. Should be something in here. How deep, I have no idea. Someone gave me cash, or took cash. Again, I can't tell. But I can see the effects at least, sort of. A joker. 50 ships if hand contains a pair. It's actually a useful joker, nice. And I don't know if you're trying to help or trying to make everything explode, but either way is fine by me. And now we just dig a blueprint, perfect. Am I going to sell the Joker you gave me? That's like giving back a gift someone else got you. Like, that's a horrible thing to do. So you're telling me I need to build like the biggest Wii Joker in 26 minutes and then the whole game explodes. I can live with that. So get me a fool. Because now we have the eternal problem. We need to fix the deck, we need to find a million retriggers, we need to play this guy, we need to score, and so on. But I have some things with seals. It's nice. And many twos. Let's just do this, actually. Cheat in another 2 reactivates. I have no idea if it allows anything like that. I'm hoping that it does. That's a good idea. Try that. It's also so much easier for me. I don't have to play the game. I just have to start the game and then sooner or later it's going to do a thing. Because with the delay I don't know if it's still going to be slow, but I don't actually need to change the other 2s. They are still fine as they are. But at least we know that this works. We have the limitation to 250 an hour then, probably, but it's not the end of the world. I can see that oh, it's queued, so it might fire off in here. It does work. Cool. We got a second Wii Joker and a rough gem. Okay, so I can now play any seed with infinite Jokers. This is going to be insane. It does work. The man is a scientist. He figured it out. Now we know how we can completely ruin the game. And here I am trying to build a Joker. It's like, not like it's gonna... Okay, I can see that it's queued up at least. So if you play it when I'm not in a hand, it will work on the next hand. So there is at least that. Okay, now I kind of don't even care about what's in the shop anymore because it's completely irrelevant. All rocks, perfect. I can do a lot of things with rocks. Will it play 5 rocks? I mean, it will, right? Yes. We're now doing a rock build. Screw the tiny guy. Crush him under a pile of rocks. I still wish there was no limit, because that's really what I wanted for the end of this, just... But then, that's also a challenge for the viewers, like if you can hive mind up and time this so that you all have all your coins at the same time. And then I guess you need to decide if you want to just ruin everything or make it better. I guess I actually save that so we can print more of them. I can see a bunch of things queued. And I have 9 out of 7 Jokers already, so... The boys are coming in. Scary face. Steel boy. A hiker. Okay, that's also a nice... You will have to remind me though. But I mean, this is also just free money. I can sell these for like $2 a pop. That's... They're not worth that much, sadly. Make one more of these guys. But I guess this is now I don't know if you guys can actually manage a hive mind and coordinate. A Joker disappeared. The blueprint specifically. The blind doubled. Problems are happening. I'm just gonna play my rocks. Just play the rocks and everything will be fine. No, you didn't hit the worst one, but you were close. But I mean, you're also giving me what, like 5, 6? So I guess that's a fair trade. 6 random guys for 1 blueprint. I can sell them for like $12 total and will maybe make up for the cost. A wheel. Wow, a disco gem. New person, welcome. We are ruining Balatro to the best of chat's abilities. So what's gonna... Wow. A full disco, every Joker is in disco mode. I guess I keep these still. I think I will redraw new stuff. I'm assuming I'm just gonna leave some cards up for the delay. This is Balatro with crowd control, so I can post a link in chat again while everyone does the stuff and things. And I'm just waiting on this hand because of the delay. So I'm assuming it might... I don't actually know how this works, but I waited long enough. I'm gonna play it and see if it just... No, it doesn't destroy hand, but debuff hand. Still scored with collection of just disco Jokers that we have. Okay, do I want to go down in ante? Probably. Now that's the card we need. See how long that lasts, but... More lucky cards, why not? I kinda miss my blueprint though. That was the one Joker that mattered. Now we're printing half the cards. Something happened to the hand, stuff and things. Just gonna throw it away. Can I pin a message? Maybe I can. Oh great, I have a menu, but it's on the other screen. Pin message. Cool. Good suggestion. Guys, you guys know more about streaming than I do. There's a... Those are some very useful cards. That is less useful. The cryptids are good. But now I need to find the cool 2 that we have to dupe. I need to dupe the right card. Are those also random spectrals, so you can't decide? So then I can use... It's also, with all the gifts you give me, I still have the choice to just throw them away. I'm gonna try not to, but... Maybe that's also, like, different rule sets we can play by a negative Joker. I can't fit in a negative Joker when you've given me a million things above cap. That's interesting. So do I need to go down to 7 and then we can buy him? Right. The showman and his 2 sons. They are slightly more colorful than their dad, I guess. But this is kind of exactly the madness I wanted. And here we have perfect. We can use the cryptid. Could have maybe made them lucky or something first, but too late for that. And also I guess the point is not really now to go far. I don't care how long this lasts, as long as the whole game explodes. The hand is changed, seals came in, everything is lucky. Nice. Luck is good. I can live with luck. Sadly, I only need the 2s though to boost. He has a favorite son as well. One has 688 ships, the other has 256. Quite a clear message. Not all we jokers are created equal. Did I have another cryptid? I do. I should use that while I can. This is it's just a race against time. That was super loud, but everything is now... We have a disco hand. Just look at the upgrades go. What if we had now like 50 blueprints, for example? We could just activate this guy. Like, we don't even have to play to Ante 39 or however late this goes. We can just re-trigger the Joker 450 times in one hand. Problem solved. Like, who needs to do slow science? I do want this as well, that is useful. Yeah, that was... Because the sound effects are not that loud normally, so it was just... I guess it triggered like 50 of them at once. Let's just do this. Just to make sure that's not a problem again, because that's gonna be bad. So, problem now, I have all these 2s, but I want the seal to be on this guy, so I'm not gonna actually use anything here. But we can't have too much cash, so that's fine. We have more death cards than anything else. I'm assuming I will need that. There's like a stacked... Things that will never happen normally in game. Everything. It's a glass card, okay. This is a bit harder to play. I'm gonna keep the 2s. We are still doing the 2s, so I'm gonna keep those cards. And I will use them, and they will probably explode. Look at the Disco Rock, though. That's fantastic. It's the... Suddenly I don't care about the other cards. It's all on the rock. You can change the hands and discards as well, of course. You can change everything. Just explode some cards. But I'm also guessing with 250 coins every half hour, like, you have enough things you can mess around with. Now I want to do a Disco Rock build, but that's also... Now it's like a versus mode. Can I build a Disco Rock build? Because I'm kind of at the mercy of everyone watching. Do you want a disco build? Then you can make one. Do you not want that? You can burn everything. I've given away too much control, and I don't think I can ever take it back. Because it would not be the same. It is a thing now, apparently. Like, we're doing science, right? And you now have access to, hopefully, all the science. So I haven't looked at all the effects, I just know the list is very long. So there's a lot of things to do. Now we have rocks, more cards. There are 2 disco rocks, none of them have a cool seal. Normal rocks can get lost. Problem is I can't build a big cool guy with rocks. It's not the rock Joker, it's the tiny Joker. There goes the entire hand, never mind. Now everything is cool, but this is now does not have a seal. So the timing, now everything is okay. Good. Shad is actually playing Hive Mind now. Now, what I can do, I can actually play along with the left card becoming the right card. We have more disco rocks. And we can play disco rocks instead, because whatever the plan was is now irrelevant. Now I no longer have any disco rocks. Do you want to get anywhere with these builds or not? Because that's the challenge now. Do we want to do anything or just watch the whole world burn? That's also fine. I'm gonna play a hand before you have time to do anything else. Yeah, I haven't looked at how big the deck is, but you're probably right. It's also nice that someone else is keeping track, because I'm not. But you can't do anything in the shop then, correct? I wonder where the weed jokers are. See if we can find some of the disco rocks again, or are they all... That's a joker gone. That's another joker. Madness, perfect. That's a build I've actually been wanting to do as well. We now have a couple of jokers. Sadly, it's just a 1 madness, 5 mults from face cards, flush. Yeah, you can do a lot of things. Yeah, madness, I guess, is the perfect joker for this. But that's also, we can build the world's biggest madness, because you can just spawn more food for him. Oh, we beat the game, technically. I don't even care about the joker setup now, they will just be wherever they are. Just fish for some cards. A wheel. Cash. That's a lot of change. Okay, when you're lining up the same thing as well, it's just... Whoever is last on the ball actually wins in this case, so if you're slower, you're in for a good time. Guess I just try to play the 2s while I can. We lost the showman, so the kids are now... They are orphans, unless they are adopted by their 2 weird legendary uncles, I guess, is the new storyline we're going with. Oh, red seal, I don't have any of those, but I can make another cool disco rock. Perfect. Have you spent 250 coins on 1 cost effects already? That's impressive. A madness. What will you eat? One of the sons. He's now a solo orphan as well. Very cool cards. But if I run out of this guy... Did we keep the good one or the worst one? I also don't know. Yeah, you can choose, because... I didn't know, I didn't pay attention to this initially, but... All the 5 legendary jokers go from like... One of them is super sad, and they go across like to more and more happy, and Perkeo is the most happy one. So, take that however you want. A fist, a dude, an 8 ball. Do I have any 8s? Probably not. More discards. Another cool rock, nice. I have this that I can never use. It's just too much stuff in here. Alright, you only had 10, cool. Well, it does work. I'm just wondering what I'm supposed to do with my game plan, because like it's impossible. I don't need cards, I don't need to buy anything in the shop. Everything is useless. And I think now we have so many jokers that this guy is barely visible in here between his 2 uncles. Will that keep him safe? Unlikely, because chat can be quite cruel to jokers, it turns out. Can also be quite nice. Can destroy a card, nice. Cool. They still work. I was also wondering if all these, like, are they budget versions of their jokers? Will they not work? Who knows? Until we have tried. 26 now. So this just means like normal gameplay is now useless. We can do so much more. Play the twos, play 2 disco rocks as well. There goes all the consumables. I'm just gonna leave it up, like I'm not gonna comment on what you choose to do, but you have 2 options. And I think the more interesting one is if you can manage to cooperate or fight each other in chat. And just get things done that way. There was a hack which I actually need, but I rolled him away because I don't know if I want to sell 20 jokers just to fit in one that I can use for a whole 5 seconds. And then he's forever gone. Invisible joker, nice. I think I can have peace even with the madness. Like I kind of don't care. I enjoy it as well. There's no problem with things going horribly wrong. So many disco cards. Just stick this on a rock, like why not? Not drawing the 2s that we need though. Can you spawn them negative from the start though? Or is that... Could also give me ectoplasms, but then I... Can you increase hand size? Because then I can use an ectoplasm and the hand size can come back. Like, there are possibilities. I just don't know what's available. I just keep thinking I need that, but I don't. Because I'm never gonna find 5 2s to play again. That's gone. Is the tiny man alive or is he dead? I have no idea. I can't see. We lost some jokers. It's a shame. But we can spawn Spectros at least. Debuff hand, destroy jokers. There is extra hand, but that's not the same thing as non-hand size. He's dead, yeah. We had 2 of them and they are both dead. So we've done a horrible thing today. I want a wheel to roll on one of these boys. I'm ready for war. I welcome death. There goes the whole hand. So this is going to end with probably 8 million jokers, but also I'm gonna run out of cards. That's the main limitation for now. Okay, cool. I'm still gonna play the 2s in honor of those who died. Tragic. Whatever happened. Accident. I don't even know what happened. It's just... It's like the hand of God. Viewers just coming in and picking out whatever jokers they want. And doing horrible things to them. I don't know why I'm looking in the shop. Not like I can... On the plus side, all these jokers are at least worth 50 bucks. So I can print some cash that you can then take away. A burglar would be nice. Okay, someone is adding cards. Yes, let's use to burn 1. I don't have a single 2, and I also... Oh yeah, there is one thing we can do. You can... Because you can't increase hand size, but you gave me a joker that increases hand size. So if we can somehow... If I can get a showman and many uncommon jokers, we can then boost the hand size. And then we can use ectoplasm to make negative jokers, and we can fit in, like, we don't need negatives because we just don't care about the limits, like, this is unlimited already. But I'm just theorizing what we could do. But how likely are you to land me a showman and, like, 50 of those guys. That's never gonna happen. Also, the score is now a problem. We're actually quite close to the blinds. Again, what am I rerolling for? A bull. Tiny bull. Quite useless. Cool. Will give me 50 bucks. Sure, why not? It's a whole different game. It's like it's a versus mode now. More jokers. Something. All glass cards. Nice. Is there a hand here I can actually play? So we don't have a dice, right? That's a shame. Because with a dice we could watch all the glass cards explode. That's 12 E's somehow. Is there a hack in here? Reactivating those guys? Like what happened? So I could sell them, but that's again like I've been given a gift. And look who's back. Start from 0 in ante 10. I think that's too late. You are dead now. In the packs, why not? Well, the score is going to be random, because it depends on whatever effect you give me on any given hand. That everything went up by something? That's all the jokers gone, nice. Now we have nothing. This is a bit tricky, like... We could also say technically I have now gone to ante 10 jokerless. That's quite an achievement. Entirely on my own. I wasn't dragged here at all. A medium. That's going to solve all my problems. Thank you. The full house with no jokers. Still enough score. Somehow. I'm guessing someone gave me score. Because I made the... So how big is the overlay for you guys actually? Like, is it readable? Can you see the effects? I'm just gonna make it huge, so maybe I will see it as well. Do I want a joker? A castle maybe? That's another thing we could build. But we build that through discards instead. A golden boy. The worst one of them all. An ice cream. A pear. Should give me some jokers. A baron. Cool. We don't have to rewind, we could just solve it though. I have 1 card left to draw, 10 in my deck total. To go out in a blaze of glory. And I think I have it set to... whatever I have. Autosave every 4 minutes. Right. These are now all the cards we have. I'm gonna make a glass rock as my act of chaos. That is an actual negative. So did you do it negative, or did it just happen to be negative? Because now you guys are doing the science. I'm just seeing the results. But I still have not seen... I mean, what jokers do I need to keep the kings in hand, right? We have... Do I have kings anymore? I do. Cool. Play some glass cards. I see something at the top of the... Oh, those are the effects queued. Right, now I can see it. That's still so small, though. Okay, kings will help. We do have a thing for that. Still not enough score, though. So, more cards or it's game over. That's game over. What a way to end. That's not on me, at least. So do you want to do more seeds? More like actually trying to do something? Or is it now just play whatever and just incinerate the game? Because now kind of it doesn't really matter. We could do... this one and try to get like... 18 million double tags. Instantly I'm getting... Okay, the hand changed. All lucky cards. Right. Cool. I don't have 2 of anything else. Let's see if we can just build a house. Oh yeah, we can actually do a seed that has things. Right. Sure. That's a good call. Instant showman though, that's a seed. And so do you care about what deck we play? Because that also doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like I need... It's just what deck do I pick so I can do anything at all to counteract things. I'm thinking Ghost, honestly, because then I can maybe buy a Spectral card and... What is it? 5? That, probably. And then we just see whatever madness is going to happen instantly. Seals, steel cards, an instant full house of steel cools. But we don't need plasma now, like the chat is now the new plasma deck. You just add score, problem solved, like. I don't remember, I mean, it would be insane if I actually remember the whole seed, but yeah, we have an actual a straight. Is that a good enough hand? With no jokers? No, really. Should have bought something. Or do we just throw... Here come the dudes. Oh, we have one thing with face cards. Something with... It's gonna be quite hard to keep track of. I have one joker, I know what it does. We have club things, we have... This one is sadly not going to work, so I'm just gonna... throw him away, he can't spawn anything. But they are coming in with effects sometimes. I guess that's still just the same... I could do this though. We could nuke them all. Or fingers we can do. Flushes and straights. A lot of debuffed cards. I still have the nuke button still. I wonder which one will survive. I'm gonna bank on the credit card. It's the smiley face. It's a glorious winner of this big showdown. But like, I'm just an agent of chaos as well. Whatever I read in chat, I just do. Oh yeah, the hack. Now I don't have the card to reactivate him because I've... Or is it here as well? It is, cool. A brainstorm. We got an actual good one. One single good card. Castle. Could build a castle, that's a thing. Lucky cards, very nice. But if we don't have the 3, like if we have lucky kings and queens, we need a sock instead. Which I now don't really have. Just play the queens like whatever. There's no reactivations happening now. Oh, the walkie-talkie as well. All these jokers actually doing things. It's not what I would have expected. And the perfect score. Cool ice cream. I again think I just wait for the stuff to happen. Spectral pack, cool. And hexed it again. I don't need these. Cryptid is cool. But just... I've never had a spectral pack just forcibly opened in the middle of a round. That doesn't happen normally. Get a blue boy. And then back into the hand. A disco ramen. More things. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, cash is good. And I guess we make things the same suit, because why not? It's a whole different game. Guess I just tried to play face cards, like good old reliable face cards. I know I have a couple of them, at least. It's very new. Space Joker. And he actually activated that. Those odds are exactly 1 in 4, but that never happens normally. As a blessed boy that I might keep. Until someone stabs him, because that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's a new game. So when I tried this with lucky cards, I boosted them to 5s once. I don't think that actually matters, like the score is not big enough to make a difference. Standard pack, cool. A lucky 2, perfect. Exactly what I needed. Cryptid, lots of things. The Giga Polychrome is still quite loud. This is now just pack opening simulator. Sure, if I'm been given a card, I'm gonna use it. Another 2. It's not lucky though. Rock is good. And now what? Everything is lucky. We have... Now they're too high. They don't work with the hack. But it doesn't matter now, but... Oh, they're all rocks, never mind. It's a shame we can't have lucky rocks, because that would have been nice. We have 1 disco rock, but it's not the cool rocks. And this still only counts as high card. Still decent ships. So we don't have... I would have liked a special rock hand. For reasons. Oh yeah, I can't fit in any jokers, of course, because it's filled with just stuff. Fine. I will try to play with what I've given. Steel cards. Steel cards of other ranks. Keeping the 2s in, like, honor of the memory of the tiny boy what we once had. He's sleeping with his... I'm not even gonna say it, that's a bad idea. But we can play like a... It only plays 3. There goes the jokers. Disco Splash. Foil Castle. Space Boy. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the dice, or if they're going to last. Unlikely, feels like. And what do we do here? Like, I don't need... I can delete some rocks. It's gonna do more cards. More cards is more good. We don't have Perkeo, so we can't print more cards. Here come the... Oh, we got Jimbo as well, nice. And a Buffoon pack. So how is this gonna work? I can't, like... You're giving me a pack I can't use, unless I sell 6 jokers. To grab one of these clowns. They are not cool enough. Another one. This guy? A blue boy. A runner. So this is like... I skipped the packs. I basically got what was in the packs anyway. I'm gonna use this while we have stuff and things. Throw away the high cards, I guess, since we still have the hack. Is there a brainstorm in here still? There's not. At least I have lots of cards now, so I can just draw a new hand, but that's a negative one. But I'm guessing again that's just random, right? So you can roll them at least. Which is nice. Stay away some cards. The score is somehow fine with 19 jokers. Who would have guessed it? Is more dice more good? Because then we have to nuke all the jokers. Interesting as well that the cards that you add ignore boss things apparently because they came in visible. Gold seal is cool. We can also just do this and we can see that that's... No, normally they turn around, I thought. I'm gonna make a cool rock. Get me some more cards, why not? Something happened with the other cards. So since you guys are now playing this, can you tell me what build are we playing? Playing is the chaos build. I guess that's fitting. He's the negative one as well. We're gonna just make more rocks, sure. And we have at least 2 jacks. So we can have a bunch of seals, but we don't know what they're attached to. That's also funny. But we haven't solved like the... Oh yeah. How do I buy the 2 dice? No, we haven't planned for this. I'm just gonna... We are playing this seed after all, so I'm gonna get them. Even if that only means that they're gonna get taken away, but... We at least have to use them. I'm sure someone is now queuing up destroy 50 jokers or destroy all jokers. Still have 7 out of 6. Here, we got that guy. We got this guy. And bring this. I'm gonna set Chaos at the front. He's the main cool guy. We need the lucky... We don't have the right cards. What am I gonna do with the death card? Another ace? Why not? Don't really have much control of what I get to play anyway. But now we have 2 negative boys, so if you want them alive, you're gonna have to be careful. All purple seals is a good call. But should I now then... That's... the 1 negative and the showman instantly gone. But now I need to throw away less cards at the time because I don't have... Why am I trying to play around all the effects? Is never gonna work. Activate the steel thing, sure. But 4 aces is quite cool. It's at least a different... I was gonna say better, I'm not sure. But it's a different way to play this game for sure. Any arcana cards I can bring? Can make another rock, sure. More rock is... I can also use my own ectoplasm. That's just gonna... reduce my hand size for no gain, I suppose. A mime. Actually useful. All lucky cards, cool. They should now trigger with the... with the dice, maybe. We actually have a combo for the ace as well. Cool. But we no longer have chaos, so... It's a different build now. Do I... Like, I'm also considering, like, do I just buy... I'm gonna buy popcorn, because that seems appropriate. But I need to... What's gonna happen this time? Flip all the cards. Madness. Perfect. We're back to something that we can maybe work with. What happens if I... Can I just play them while they change? Not sure I can, because now I waited too long. But I can try that next hand. Just play a hand in the middle of the effect. And whatever happens, happens. I'm guessing you can't do anything with vouchers, because then we would have seen that 8 million times. What cards do I even want to make more of? We don't have a reactivating thing for aces, but we can actually use a strength and turn them into 2s, so maybe they are, again, trying to play around madness. Unlikely to work. But we might as well try. Oh yeah, madness eats other jokers. A cannibal. I don't think I can play them fast enough, sadly, but... The blind is... I don't think it's 11,000 normally, so someone changed that as well. I still have a reasonable amount of cash. Many jokers. Only 2 consumables, though. We have a... I was gonna see how big the madness guy was. Now we will never know. New build, apparently. Spectral pack. Cool. Could nuke all my money just to get a joker that's gonna do me no good. I could also bomb whatever you guys gave me. Wow. For all the planet cards I've used. Perfect. And now what? Cards are happening. So where's the medium is the one I want. Trying to also grab the mid. I don't think I have the... No, I lost the... I can nuke some cards. Oh yeah, I need to play a hand as well, right? Can't even use the Wraith. I'll try this though. Throw in some cards. A bean, nice. That's a good pickup. Now we have room. So much more madness in the hand. Like, who would have all these card boosts or whatever you want to call them in Ante 5? A million jokers, a golden ticket. We have exactly 1 golden card. Just make... Like, I'm gonna try to catch these while I play to the golden boy as long as he is alive, because it's not gonna last long. A cat, nice. I think I have lost the dice though, so... Yeah, we have 1 in 5. Can't fit in. Can't buy anything. We have too much stuff. I don't think I wanna... It's nice to have just the nuke available. For whenever things are too mad. Let's make another one of these guys. Or actually this guy. You can play with the golden ticket, which is apparently a lot better than the 4 dice that I did. Aces can be played. Nice. Actual usable things. A banana. Cool. It's gonna save me. It's a nice snack for whenever we explode. Survived again because we don't have the dice. We can't even blow up the bananas. Now we have another problem because we have the other dice. Gonna do that. Wipe it all. A rocket. That's actually not the worst pickup I could imagine. Oh yeah, I was gonna make these into 2s and play them with the hack and the stuff that I no longer have. Like, I guess I like to still try to have a plan. I'm also on... Because this guy should go into negative in my opinion. Like, if we have more than cap, it should be -2 mult and so on. Don't think that's how it works, but that's how I would like it to be. Play some aces, that's surely fine. Take you at the end. And that is what I suppose. So we have powerful cards. We have 1 dice to play the lucky things with. But we don't have a cat or anything. Also, I'm gonna buy 1 joker while I can. A glass 9. They just come sliding in. Not that many this time though. Okay, someone landed the cat. We are now fine. But do I have enough lucky cards to... Yes, we can play a lucky house. And if we can ever find the cat again. So they count, like, before I even play the hand, he has already counted the triggers, so the cat is clairvoyant, he knows exactly what's going to happen. How many triggers we're going to land. We have ×2 cat sitting on a pile of just... There's a banana in here still, which is kind of impressive. Still alive. Baseball card. Might actually be good now if we have 1,000,000 jokers. Burglar color. Okay, so I have 7 discards, so assuming we have like a couple of drunkards in here as well. I don't even need these. We can pimp out this jack maybe. Cool. And then make him a disco rock. More rock is more good. It's like it's... You can't really think around a build that changes literally every hand. There goes the cat as well. Do you not want a big cat? Half joker. Many aces. I can't press play while they shuffle. Okay, that's nice also. It's good to know. I wanted to time that. Which is barely enough score. Cheaper things is nice. We could also set up this guy and you could try to spawn unlimited 6s. We can make changes. Yeah, this is the... I only have 2 settings now. I have whatever the default is and I have this madness. So I'm thinking for next time I'll try to find a more balanced setting as well. A negative. I didn't buy it now though. I didn't trust that it would survive. But someone pulled exactly the joker we need. And now we get something negative as well. Hallucination, perfect. Oh yeah. He's still not allowed to fit in. We also have 3 rocks, that's nice. Just press play on a random hand. This guy also sadly doesn't work. We did keep the negative, which is nice. But we also need to think about what we do with this, like, So let's say we have, for next time, we have the default, we have this chaos version, and we also have something balanced. So I'm guessing for the ones with like crowd control light or whatever you want to call it, then I could actually try to reach a goal. And you could have less things to do, but you would have to time them well. And then, because for this, I don't really know. I can play any random seed, like that's fine, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this other than just play and see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the list. We could also, like, if there are any effects on here that are like not interesting at all, could just remove them as well. Like, and I think I can set cooldowns either for individual user or for everyone. So there will be like a 5-minute cooldown on remove the hand, for example. Or it could just be coin based. Like if you have 250 coins or 500 an hour, it could cost 500 or whatever, and that's a limit as well. But definitely do a balanced version. I will write that down because I will forget it. I have so many notes now. It's not even enough with one note document. I need to have 2. And then still the internet open to look things up. Oh yeah, that's the guy spawning in a rock first. Madness is back. That's nice. So, if we don't nuke all the jokers, we could now have Madness eat the whole hand, eventually. Instead we have... Well, there were 5 perfect disco rocks, but 1 got debuffed. See, that's a more subtle change. Someone used removing 1 card as I play it. But I guess again that's hard to time. I should also look up the delay if I can fix that somehow. Disco Rock also needs to... That's a build I will have to do. What was the other thing to write down? Where am I? A rocket. Yes, that's gonna live long enough to scale up. Perfect. Yeah, but this is like the madness session where we just go crazy with this and things are gonna happen. And then there was actually another dice. Not that I've paying attention to anything in the shop. Kinda irrelevant. But like, chat will have to be either trying to cooperate or you will just be in a... What's the word? Like a civil war. Some people want to destroy all the jokers. Some people just want to spawn disco rocks. It's gonna be all over the place. I guess I just throw these away and see if we find the disco rocks again, because they are kinda interesting. Or do we just play the aces to score? Well, now I have to play a rock. But it's not a disco rock. I also don't have any more discards, right? Just play some random things away. And also with these jokers, I have literally no idea what the score is going to be. That was apparently fine. Who knew 19 jokers would be quite strong. One more hand, I only have... Something has happened to the amount of hands, for sure. Also, this is tempting. So that's the same as just you guys deleting all jokers. I don't have to do it as well. But here we can do... Well, I could have done. I could have made another disco rock. If I had any patience. Yep, the rocks are coming in. Again and again. Now we have some disco rocks. I didn't even play 5. I'm blinded by all the disco lights. But actually, 5 disco rocks, not even bad. Would have been better on plasma though, because then we could just scale the ships with something and maybe actually make that work. Maybe that's a combo, like disco rocks with Wee Joker or whatever else, where we can scale the amount of ships. I also don't know why I'm trying to make builds out of this madness, but what else am I gonna do? I have to at least try to make it work. There goes everything. Not all of these rocks are as cool as the others though. But only disco rocks with no... We need to land a rock joker specifically. But also, this is a potential hand I can play. And then speed. Now we have ×5. That's enough. Nice. I'm gonna make him negative as well because I can. Give him one more mult. Do we get Jimbo in here? So Drunkard is... How many jokers do we have that affect discards even? I wish I could have lucky disco rocks, but I can't. Unless we mod the game as well. That's maybe something to look up, like, is there any mod support for... Arcana? I guess we roll the... No. Disco Spaceman would be nice. Everything is already lucky. I could change the suit too. Have them be the same at least. Why not? Where's the rock boy? We need the rock joker. He's the only thing that will save this. Misprint. The score is changing. Only a tiny amount. Can we play 3 rocks on a 5 and keep the... Oh yeah, this guy is now... He does go into the negative. Nice. This is what I wanted. -9. Okay, now you're actually doing more damage by spawning jokers than removing them. How will this work? So we have whatever we have here. Did it do anything though, or did it just... -11. Just need more rocks, is what I need. There goes all my rocks. I don't need more rocks. Yep, it's now -11. Sadly, I don't think it did anything. I guess I would have to slow the game down, but it's like... The multi ends on 273 and then... Will I win if I discard now? I can't. I don't have those left, but... I guess I should just play a rock for like a victory lap. Yeah, that's sad, because it would have been fantastic if it did. But still, now we can... That's just an interesting thing, like how low can we make this go? It's the reverse stencil. Because this could have also been done with the Wraith and Ectoplasm combo, where you just spawn in like 115 jokers or whatever. You could also make this into negative 100 whatever. Don't know how deep it would go. But there are interesting things we can try. It's just very hard to do science on a versus mode. Because not everyone is in the same boat. -13. More disco rocks. Can we draw 5 disco rocks? I thought that was a disco rock with a heart on it, but it was just an actual ace. The disco rocks on their own, not terrible, but I'm assuming someone dropped the blind by a lot, because that's not where it's supposed to be. Also, where am I making my cash from? The shop is hard as well now, because what do I do in the shop? consumables, I guess, maybe, because you're not as... What happens if we strength a rock? Can we make metal cards? No. Rock becomes rock with strength. Stronger rock is more good. There goes the hand. Everything is now face card. Blind is going insane. Where are my rocks, though? They need the rocks to be able to do things. So now we have face card rocks, which is interesting because disco face card rocks. But do we have anything? I don't have a single joker that... This is the only thing I have that activates with face cards. Perfect. We finally had a use for the rocks. Gonna play just the bad rock and still beat the score, unless someone changes it. This is perfect. I don't need to be good at the game. That's just the interest. Okay. Negative 14. I could bomb them all again. I would like a bull, but can I find another rock? No, but that's fine. Win some cards. A devil. We also can't have gold rocks, right? And I don't need this because they are already disco rocks. That one is not a disco rock. $14 million. The rocks come and the rocks go. Okay, that hand actually went in the middle of me trying to play it. It is possible to time. A glorious 5 disco rock setup with a negative 14 mult. Can't even speak anymore. More disco rocks. Doubling the blind is not going to help. Or do you just want another seed now? Or a balanced mode? Or a different game? We could try that as well. Because I have the same setup for 2 more games. But now I am dead because this is the last hand. Oh yeah, what's the deck like? It's a couple of disco rocks. Mostly disco rocks. That's a good catch before it ends. A whole lot of lucky cards. But they still count as whatever their normal suit was. I would have liked like a separate rock counter. Effective total, fine. Most played hand, disco rock is what I'm gonna say that was. It's not all rocks. We can do all rocks. Gonna skip for a polychrome. So the other 2 games I have with this setup will be Hades or Peglin. And we can do the same thing where like we can do a balanced and an insane mode. I should have just kept the flush. I already have the score. A cool guy. Not the best thing I could imagine, but gift card. That is basically what this setting is, just. But what's gonna be in the box, nobody knows. Double my 3 cash. There goes the hand. There goes that hand as well. We are now down to half the deck size. There are rocks. There are more rocks. The jack is not a rock, so I'm gonna make him glass. Okay, this is like the... I feel like it's just a civil war in chat. Some people want the disco rocks. Other people want disco queens. But that was a... But again, if the if the disco rocks only score 17k, that's actually like a tragically bad hand. Without the stone man, whatever he's called, that scales with disco rocks specifically. I just like the fact that I can do this and we can make stronger rock. Big science. Negative something. Rocks. Can I click the rocks quick enough? One seal. Yeah, 17k. The disco rock plus one of these guys. That's an awful negative. I'm gonna get chaos just for the... But this is something I've noticed lately, but I have him in. He doesn't actually do anything. Maybe it only activates the next shop, but it's... I don't know if that's been changed or if I'm just crazy, because that wouldn't be the first time that I've completely missed something. Play only one hand type, we can do that. Gonna be rocks. Gonna use this because I can. There's not that many disco rocks though, can we... I goes to hand. Someone wanted more disco rocks. It's also nice, I don't even have to discard, I don't have to do anything. And we have the seals. We have 5 rocks. Play 5 rock, more good. Quickly, before everything changes. 54k. Better rocks. But that was technically double rock because we had red seal. Okay, he does work now. This is a terrible setup, but at least it's becoming more expensive. And this is now up to 25 bucks. Not bad. Spectral cards. I'm gonna burn them because they are not rocks, so they're dead to me. Just gonna do that for interest reasons. Where are the rocks hiding? They should not be that good at hiding. I actually have room for stuff also. Okay, get the Spectral Man in. He's nice and awful. But there are not that many jokers that do anything with rocks. Like, there's the guy that creates rocks, and one guy that gets better if you have many rock. But that again, that makes it very hard to... Also quite hard to play a hand. It just changes or gets thrown away instantly. Now it's rocks. Now I need to play it quickly before it's something else than rocks. Okay. Disco rocks with 5 seals. Now 87k. But the hand is also still counted as high card. Like, we need bloodstone for rocks, for example. We need way more rock options. But what I could do then is boost the high card. And that would do things that are good for rocks, maybe. Wow, a Disco Queen. I haven't seen any Disco cards in this run. Not a single one. All I got to keep was a 9. Why? Why the 9? The Queen became a rock. Okay, this is fine. We also now have a... We did have a blue rock for a second. Because keeping one blue rock would have been nice, because then we would have had the planet for the rocks. The rock planet. I guess that is all the planets. You get more disco cards naturally as well, maybe. Stencil. Where are the rock boys? But now I'm trying to play along now, and but I don't know what seed I'm on, so yeah, this is like your challenge in chat. If you can hive mind it up and coordinate that, that would be a miracle. But I have some disco rocks. We might as well be here. Sadly, he doesn't count because new person, very cool. We're trying to explode Balatro with crowd control madness, an actual real polychrome thing. I haven't done many streams, so but it's still nice to see people actually showing up. Like, I'm expecting nothing, and this has been infinitely better than that. I mean, there's clearly only one choice here. We make more rock. But how are we ever going to land? Because even these things are made out of rocks, but they don't actually interact with the rocks, which is quite sad. These are not rocks. A blue card, though, we can... It's pack opening simulators, what this has become now. Do I want any of these? Not really. Okay, you got two at the same time, you broke it, finally. Good job. This is what I wanted, just make it explode. We have two celestial packs at once. We have some dupes. We have a much nicer layout, honestly. First time looking at the background as well, we are in space with all the rock planets. I'm gonna pick this because it's the only thing that scales with rocks. I'm still in a pack. I can't skip it, but we are still technically in the other pack now that doesn't exist because it merged. But that might be a world first, blending two packs in Balatro. I can't skip it, it's fully broken, perfect. Where is my... I wish I had an explosion overlay now. And I can see that there are things queued up. Can I main menu and load it? Like... No, it crashed. What happened? Crowd control error, nice. A nil value hand. I can R to restart. Maybe it's alive, we shall see. So the round is live. So far I've crashed it more on my own than... It actually didn't, it's fine. It survived. And we're back in with the disco rocks. Chat wins the first Balatro war. Not surprised. We have also boosted the disco rocks, so I guess it's just the disco, everything else, like... Banana? I do kinda want a banana. More disco rocks, nice. Can I have golden rocks actually? No, it became a 3. Not nice. But that's also... So the rock remembers what it used to be before it became a rock. And it goes back to... Right. They're thinking metal is just an upgrade for rock, but that's not how this game works. More dudes. Oh yeah, all the rocks I've played before are now not allowed to be played. Can we find 5 playable rocks? No, but we can play. So now we can actually land the blue seal as well, and we're going to get a Pluto, I assume. because there's nothing rock specific. Also pants that we can fill with rocks. We can crush the banana with rocks. There are actually lots of things we can do. Cash. Wow, a negative. So why can't I fit in a negative? Just gonna skip it. But it's also, like, that's blasphemy, skipping a negative, actual useful thing. You are already disco. Let's get someone that's not on board. Do we want one more? Sure. Just to see what it ends up being. So the packs have been the most deadly so far. Not what I would have expected. I was hoping just we see 7 million jokers pop in and the game explodes. That was my prediction. Five rock is more good. Actually, we can just do display 4 rock and get 2 planet cards. That was never gonna work anyway. It's just nice to see what it would have been. I'm gonna do something crazy and I'm gonna purge a rock. Right, I can see the Q in the overlay. That's the joker we can actually use. I can catch him. I'm gonna assume... Okay, playing it while it changes is nice. We have a vampire somewhere. He ate the rocks. Disaster. But also, I'm running this on everything, so we're actually going to get a stacked cash pile here. Joker unlocked. That's not supposed to... I mean, the game doesn't know that we're cheating with tools it's not expecting. I don't even know what I unlocked, but I got something. There's so many things in this game I haven't done because I'm just too busy with the stupid seed science. Now we have a problem where we need... thanks for showing up. So the plan is still I will find a more balanced mode as well, but we know that it works and we can get around the free coin cap. I'm also wondering if I could now change it back to just be no restriction. Or maybe that just means there's no recharge ever. That could be the other thing. We can make more cool rock. Nice. I made 1 disco rock myself. I'm gonna... Yep. All rocks. Unsurprisingly. Now all blue rocks. It's a whole new game. And now we're also just feeding a vampire, which I have literally just done. And he was slightly bigger than 2.5 times. We're also getting rid of the rocks, that's the problem. If that's the whole plan now is rocks. I don't know why I'm playing rocks, I guess I'm kind of being forced to play rocks, that's what's going on. We had a tower as well. So there was the opportunity for more rock. Now they are lucky cards. Something else. Which we can also feed to the vampire. But this is just... It's a terrible card, right? 0.1 multiplier per card enhancement. And he removes them. Not that we care with this mode, we can just make new ones, but... more tarot cards, then I can do... This is the one we want. Now the problem is... I mean, I can keep the negatives, I guess, but... We have a build. How long will it last? Who knows? I could have kept the rocket for cash. Like, I don't really care what I'm keeping. When I get the rock boy in and we see what we can do. Yep, it actually showed up. 500 ships. No more rocks. Vampire stones. Feeding the vampire rocks as well as bullying him. But now we can try, like, what's the full disco rock hand like now? Oh yeah, he eats them, right. We get less ships. Yeah, the vampire does not like the rocks. In fact, he is directly opposed of the rocks. So we will have to choose. And however many rocks we make, he will eat them all as long as he is. Can we make a straight with rocks? Again, I wish we could. Like, these are all the things that we need in an update. More rocks. I don't think we can break the vampire with more rocks though. We need to... It's now up to 525. Now we're down to 400. Pretty brutal. And the high card strat is also not working with this because the vampire turns them back from rocks into whatever they were before. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a lot of things in mods that would interact with things, because I know there are lots of mods. I haven't looked at any of them yet. I have a save state and a speed up actually. But that's it. Stronger rocks do nothing, but it's... I lost all my rocks. We can also feed the vampire. I have all my rocks back, nice. 650, so he is going up at least. And then back down and we get to see whatever was hiding beneath the rocks. But now I haven't even looked at the screen apparently, but do they still count all the cards? Because that's at least interesting. However that works. Ice cream. Let's see if we can find another rock in here. It's like we're bringing them back from their grave. They were turned into rocks by someone or something. So it's a high card now, but it still plays all of them. Okay, but now... So I'm basically playing a random hand. I think I'm playing a rock hand, but I'm actually playing 5 random cards that somehow work together, even though they're not supposed to. Madness. That would solve the vampire or rock debate, because it would be all madness. 4 of a kind, which, again, rocks should work with this. It's a little bit sad that we don't have. But we got a rock card. Perfect. So you're still gonna be rocks. But we don't have that many disco rocks anymore. Yeah, they literally just count like... Is it the splash that lets all cards count, right? So that's what we're doing with Vampire and Rocks. They combine into one worse Joker. We're learning some things. Things that we should never learn because it should not happen, but... Now we could get the Vampire disabled and we could actually do something with that. We could play a rock hand. But it's unlikely that we land that. Well, there goes my rocks. We can do... There, just immediately new rocks. That's not even 5 rocks. Okay, I'm a little bit asleep now. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of... I don't know if there is an internal cooldown. Ah, I have a number of queued. Right, I see. Max queued 50. Max per user 25. Max queue is 100. Or is it? Yeah. I could also manage individual users so I can ban someone if they're a huge problem. Now you should be able to queue 100 things. But I also don't know if it just goes insane with... Like things are not supposed to cost 1 coin. But there's still lots of things we can do with this. So having different settings, but also different games, because there are quite a lot of games supported in this. Which maybe we can do a poll about sometime. I'll just see what I have, what's in there basically. Yeah, I had time to throw away some rocks before. That's not a disco rock, that's some other kind of rock. A dude disappeared. The vampire. Okay, you actually got the vampire out, so the rock won. And we have this guy. 36, not bad. What are these worth now? 24. Not actually that impactful. But this... Yeah, there's really only one. But it's the same for discards, because one of the things I'm trying to do now is to build a big castle, and that needs to discard cards rather than just play many hands, so it's different from all the other build a big Joker things. But I've only found one Joker that really does anything for that, the drunkard, and then you can't copy him with blueprints. I was about to say blue storms. The disco rocks are nice though, like they are... I do this. Alright, we don't even have the vampire anymore, so they're not gonna be eaten. We get to play just straight up the rocks. So really the only other thing is if I found the guy that spawns rocks, which I don't need. Because I have infinite rocks happening already. Yep. Those are rocks. They have different patterns as well, like it's very well made. Now they are all Giga Disco. And 800k. But that is really just now Stone Man and Plasma Deck. Could make more rocks. Sure. One more rock. But this now scales. What's the deck like? It's almost all rocks. We can manage all rocks and then maybe call it, I guess. And we'll come back with other games, other setups. But Plasma deck is definitely the pick for rocks. This could also work, because now we can... Just gonna sell this. We can get more rock guy. He's still only uncommon, so that's possible. Unlikely. But we have to make this guy disco as well. Like, we can't have the Lord of Rocks be a random, just awful rock. When we have... Can you hide the hand completely, or is this also broken? I mean, I knew that was a rock. Because that's a more interesting effect now. Now I know nothing. Okay, I know that these are not rocks. So we have to draw more rocks. Oh, you did land the right guy. Nice. He still looks... I mean, he's still a bit broken. But better him than the rocks are equally broken, but... Now we have a nice match. And it's not as brutal as what we did to the tiny jokers earlier. Now we're just collecting nice rocks. With a very, very fancy setup. Not the small man, but it's close. Death, I can make one more rock. Hat does not work with rocks. Steel does not make rock more good. Emperor might add a thing. No repeat hand types, that is a problem. Because if I play that for DNA, I can't play anything else. Actually, be a little bit careful. We could also use things that are not rocks. Can go if we want to make a full rock deck, because that was still be cool. So I'm looking for all red rocks if I can, but this is good enough. 825. The blind went up, or did it? No, we're not at 10. Maybe it was always that high. But that's... Someone boosted that score, right? There's no way 5 rocks was 55 million. With really nothing going on here. Like, we have 48 here. We have the disco boys. And the disco rocks with red. Maybe it's possible. Go down, aren't they? I also still have too many jokers. A rock, nice. Now we can make more rock. So one rock with all of this. Okay, the rocks are actually picking up. That's not a disco rock. Now they're all rocks. Are they gonna also become disco rocks? I'm gonna make a rock, a different rock. Also does not work, sadly. There goes all the rocks. Should have played them while I had the chance. More disco rock. Play disco rock. And now let's... Or now we don't have all the red seals, but... They'll just watch the multiplier go. Not bad. I can actually see a rock build. It would need some sheeting to set up. For sure. But it can actually be useful. Specifically on this deck. Maybe it's just fully broken now, I don't know. Because I see that you queued 3 things, I don't see when. But it could just be that. I mean, we did crash the game, so if it's unresponsive, I wouldn't be surprised. I could restart it also, maybe. There goes the hand. Alright, I can see there's a difference between queuing. Okay. There might be a... Well, there hasn't been a queue so far for like... Have you been able to spam effects before and you can't now? Because then something changed. Yeah, I don't know how well it handles whatever we're trying to do to it, but there's been 602 effects in the last 2 hours. Make this rock a better rock. Now that's the setup. That's all the disco rocks. 950. Still plenty of not a rock. I should also use just the glass cards really, because then we can make whatever we can turn into a rock. We can just explode a blueprint. When you do absolutely nothing, this it's not gonna do anything. Like we don't get more rocks or whatever, but we do get double the ships from the rocks. I think that's the best I can do. Literally just threw them away. Perfect timing. I guess I'm gonna look for some more disco rocks. Okay, the disco rocks are now struggling. We need more hands. Actually, having some steel cards is nice also, because that's an extra multiplier. I like the flip hand. That's a nice just troll effect. It's like the random boss effect. I'm looking for more this guy. It's mostly rock, yeah. But imagine having only disco rocks. Gonna happen at this rate. I'm just looking for more things I can flip. Like this guy. You do also have a lot of ships added by this guy now. But 600 million is now it's a spicy score. There goes one disco rock. Gonna play this and try to draw some more rocks, keep the steel thing. But I think we need a score boost here for this to work. Or it's just over, that's fine as well. The disco rocks are not enough on their own. Now the disco rocks, I mean they never stood a chance anyway, but that's not happening. More disco is more good. It's a pretty good rock run though. Not all rocks, but pretty close. Oh yeah, and I unlocked something. It's a nice joker though. It's interesting. I think I'm still missing, like I'm definitely missing 3 still. This is what you get when you don't play for score. Just not having the full game. But here, so Perkeo is... I don't know who is the least creepy uncle here. But he's the happiest one at least. I can see things cute, so I just want to see if... do they go off instantly? Or do I have to do something? No. But I think I have to tinker with this a bit for next time. Work on the setup. We can try different games as well. Oh yeah, I don't have any cash. Never mind. And we can try what we did at the beginning where... like where I actually try to go for a build, which with this is not possible. It's more like a playing Balatro with reflexes now. I need to see the hand quickly and play it before it goes away. Some cash. To buy rocks, preferably. What would go well with the rocks, though? Like a banana rock build, maybe? Oh yeah, I literally don't have a single joker. Rock boy. This guy actually works with rocks. We just play 4 rocks. So he spawns a rock, but it's instantly gone. Right. Gonna be very hard to find the one rock as things are now. What else do we even have? 4 cards, right? Of course. You are used chips. Let's be over here. Well, that's a nice combo as well. We can super boost the planets. Not gonna be the ones we need, but... Rock for good luck. Also a purple rock. That's a lot of steel cards. But that's also a build to do. Stack all the steel cards, find that boy somewhere. These could also apply to rocks, I think. Oh yeah, these are free, so why not? Perfect, I have to play 5 rocks. All I wanted was 4 rocks. Thanks, I'm never gonna get C++. Not my thing. I mean, I don't mind. It would be nice to be good at games also, but I just have these stupid ideas and I have to see where they go. Because if I'm just thinking about 50 other things, I'm not really paying attention to the game. Like now, should I save some steel cards? Probably. But I also need to find a hand that's not just rocks that I can play for score. But it's always nice with some feedback, because then I can just keep slamming my face into every stupid idea I have in my brain cell, and there will be more content that's hopefully interesting. Because that's one of the things they have done well with this game. There's enough jokers and enough synergies that you can do all sorts of crazy things. Sadly, not that much with rocks. We can at least make some more rocks. And we don't even have the guy that scales with rocks. But now I'm kind of just... I don't know what I'm doing anymore now. I'm just playing cards, seeing what effects slam in. We keep the 9s like a pair and some rocks. It's also not really a high enough blind to be a problem, I guess. Can delete whatever is not a rock. But now I really need to get going with the rock build somewhere. I don't know how far we can take that, but spawning many rocks is possible for sure. And then maybe that can just be carried by observatory or whatever. We don't need anything else for the rocks actually. Rocks and 5s. I have completely forgotten that I have this, guys. It's all rock all the time. And I'm just grabbing these because they're free. So I'm thinking this is probably the last run for today. So do your worst, if anyone still... Because now I think we've spammed so many effects that it's probably less interesting as well, I imagine. But it's been a fantastic test just to know for the future. Because I think this still needs to be combined with me trying to do a build. Like, this just went completely off rails. And I've still crashed the game more on my own than I have with these effects. But that should change. Which card sold? Hopefully the effects work for you now, because there's also some, like, if we know what breaks it, we can also get around that next time, hopefully. Unless it's just like, if it's just a random break, then I don't really know what to do about it. I feel like I should bring, sure, like spades. I can do that maybe. Oh yeah, these again. So if you missed it, this is the only thing that has actually crashed the game. Oh. Did it crash or did it just get soft locked? But spawning packs mid-hand, we got a duped. Or how do you even say it? Like a planet pack spawned inside another planet pack somehow. I want the steel cards for score, but I also need to throw things to get hands that I can play. Not very complicated, but... Okay, we're right back to just opening packs. Again, I'm not sure if it needs to be queued from different people, maybe, to get them to stack. Or if it's dependent on my PC or whatever. But they're coming in faster than I can play a hand, that's for sure. Just grab me some free planets. It's like a world record for most planets opened in a span of 4 seconds. But now I can see that you're queuing double blind and I'm not seeing that effect going in, so... I'm guessing there is some sort of delay still. I just don't know what has caused it. We can make more. I mean, I'm not playing this guy anyway, so... Anything else will do. More rock. Let me have a blue rock. Slightly cooler rock. Okay, the score is... It's enough steel cards and stuff that we're fine. More rock is more good. I could also nuke everything. Which is like, it's nice when I can do something as well. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Because I can see lots of things queued. I just don't know when they... There's like 16 effects queued. I'm just gonna destroy everything. Does it create... That's odd. Why would it do that? So it just creates the copy first, so it doesn't have room. But I wonder what's causing the queue. I mean, there could be settings for this as well, maybe. Now I see the queue happening because it's very slow. Turns out. But even now when I see they have been spent, I don't see... Or is that all the packs we just did, maybe? Yeah, whatever. I don't know how it works. Either. But we can play 5 rocks, so everything is good. Should play maybe 3 rocks for more multiplied rocks. I also have these. I've forgotten about. But this, for example, if that also worked with rocks, would have been nice. There are so many things we could do. Maybe what I need is just a rock mod. Play 3 7s and some rocks. Now we actually have, and it's not a lot of score, but can survive a while at least. Could maybe do a boss. Works with rocks. Because now it's like it's just enough steel cards will be fine for a while. Just three rocks is the new golden hand. Play that, nothing can go wrong. Get 2 planets, make the hand a tiny amount better. It's never gonna keep up with the scaling. But most things you don't do. Negative half joker, don't think I've ever seen that. This works with rocks, nice. That's all my cash. I'm also wondering if the like is crowd control run through some server that's slow or a million miles away, something like that. Or are we just doing things that they don't like? Now we can play many more rocks, but still pretend that it's only 3 rocks so we get all the multiplier. And more, like I don't even have all the jokers. Should have sold that, because I can see now that you queued cash, which is nice. But I don't know if that's also just gonna... I should do this. I don't need the voucher now either. Just too tired just to play the game now. We're fine. No, we just get the interest is better. Except I have all the cash coming, so I don't need that either. But it could also be because I see that some effects are going through, but yours are not. So it could also be something with the connection. I don't know. It has worked flawlessly before, so I don't see why it would stop now. Might as well have this guy. There goes my rocks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they are paying attention over at the crowd control plays, but could be that they don't like spamming things, but I thought that would be more fun. But if too much of it is just used, it's not the same. Maybe we also need to try this like anarchy mode or whatever you want to call it with more people. Because imagine 100 people trying to spawn 250 effects at the same time. But if they just all get stuck in a queue, it's just not gonna work. I'm not even gonna buy more jokers. I'm just gonna play till we explode. Keep some of the steel cards, but also draw some of the rocks. There's the cash. Really doesn't matter playing this first, but just for the sake of activating the same rock as many times as I can. Still nowhere near enough. Cool. Could maybe do a flush without a rock. No. But the coins are working at least. That's good. Do I even want to play here? Or do we? Should we just play the rock with this guy? And this rock is worth way more than a queen, for whatever reason. Jimbo always with the mockery. But this was a good test. It's nice to have some people watching and trying to spam as many things as possible, enough to break the game. Fantastic results. I'll have a look at the effects. I will post more streams when I have scheduled them. And we'll see what other games and stuff we can do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully.